Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 6 here on Old Gold Power Plant, and it's day 2 of our premium pass, and we're going to start off with 10 diamonds as a reward, so very nice for going to bed on time. And we're going to get 28,324 sneaky snacking. Very nice. Raichu putting in some serious work, even on Old Gold Power Plant with 0% area bonus. 15,000 sneaky snacking overnight is very nice. Well, that's good. We need to keep that in mind that things are going well. Let's collect those 2 candies and our 200 sleep points. So we've got grand total now of 4,261. And then for our daily lottery, we can pick up hopefully some biscuits, some diamonds. A small ingredient ticket's okay too. You know, it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it except be happy that we got something. The daily lottery is nice as always. But that out of the way, let's jump into this sleep report and see if we can get one of the new Pokemon. It would be very nice if we could get it to happen. Just one. I just want any of them at this point. I expect that we'll get all of them throughout the event, but I kind of want to get a jump start. I'm here. Why not? You know, we are at great something. I haven't even been paying attention to the rank, to be honest with you. And that's definitely a dozing type. 25%. Yikes. Well, we are definitely skewing ourselves away from dozing the more and more we get this high dozing sleep. So that's kind of good, kind of bad. It'll be good if we catch a good version of one of the new Pokemon. I always forget which one is on dozing. Cannot think of it for some reason. But I see that we've got a Haunter, a Shuppet, looks like an Arbok. Ekans, Arbok. Oh, we did have 5 spawns, so we've got 1 new sleep style. Maybe it's the new Pokemon. Let's see. It is Grubbin. You beautiful, adorable little guy. The stretch sleep. Oh, there we go. Well, we know what we're catching today. All right. So we got the dozing type, the Grubbin. It uses its large mandibles to dig into the ground and build a nest. Perhaps the dirt it works up is fluffy and uncomfortable. It has been found sleeping while nestled in this dirt. He's so cute. I like the Grubbins. All right. Now who's hungry? No one's hungry, of course. Can't just make me happy. All right, we're going to feed him the premium biscuit. With any luck, it'll get a big hit. No, it didn't. Just the +4. That's all right. We're going to take it home. We already know this is what we want. This is what we were saving Poke Biscuits for. Was for these new Pokemon. So, happy to take it home. The rest, I wouldn't mind catching another Shuppet. Like I said yesterday, we do need a better one, but not really wanting to spend regular biscuits on it. So we'll just go ahead and be happy with our new boy Grubbin, and we'll move on. So let's see how the rest went. We're of course going to send out the Grubbin candy because that's the new Pokemon. We send out the new Pokemon candy just to make sure everybody's got a good amount. And hopefully this will be a good Grubbin. I see. We actually have coffee on all 3 of these potentially. So we've got 740 research XP and 1,823 dream shards. Very good. Now, if we can get a AAA Grubbin, that would be fantastic. A fantastic starter. Or even an AA C, probably. Maybe. I don't know. AAC might actually be pretty good. Let's see. We got a level 14 in mild. Oh, I don't remember if mild was good or not for ingredients. It's ABB. That is slightly unfortunate, but then again, I never did catch a good Wooper, so or no, I caught an okay one. I didn't catch one I liked enough to invest in, so maybe this could be our mushroom guy. Maybe. So we've got skill trigger S, inventory up S, which skill trigger is charge strength, so that one's all right. Inventory up S is pretty good. Helping speed S is good. Research XP bonus, We don't have any ingredient finder. We do have berry finding at 100, so that's something. Oh yeah, mild is pretty decent. It's not the best ingredient finding nature, but it's not bad. Energy recovery down, kind of not great, but with a Gardevoir on the team or a healer on the team that's going to trigger often enough to balance that out, it's not really that big a deal. So we could definitely do better there. Unfortunately, this is ABB. So let's see. Let's just do a regular ingredient strength. It is still rated pretty highly. Kind of thought it'd go up a little bit more there with the helping speed, but I guess not. Kind of surprising. I mean, yeah, I do expect it to go down at the higher levels, but still not bad for our first catch. Not great. Again, really looking for that AAA so that we can get as much coffee as possible. Mushroom, we're not really super worried about. But to be honest with you, I don't even know if this is the best of the three when it comes to coffee. I had planned on us looking at the ingredients for the new Pokemon today, and I just got very surprised with how far down it's going at level 100 for that BFS. He was getting a huge hit, but it's picking up, so maybe not that bad. But yeah, I had planned on us looking at it today, and here we are looking at one of them already. So we can go ahead and check out Grubbin, and then we can look at the other two a little bit later. But AAA is definitely going to be the way to go. We're going to be looking for that rousing coffee beans. Still don't know why it's called rousing coffee when it's very clearly coffee beans, but okay, sure. But an AAB or an AAC could be a pretty good combo. There were a couple of dishes that used those. I'm trying to think of them off the top of my head. I think both were used in combination with coffee beans in one recipe or another. So both could be pretty good, AAB or C. But of course, AAA is always good, just to make sure you've got plenty of one particular ingredient. Looks like this Grubbin is going to settle out around 68 PR. Somewhere around there. This one actually is pretty good. Low chances to catch a better one are in the early levels, so that's pretty decent. It's one of those Pokemon that it could serve us well, but while we hunt for a better one, but with the ingredient spread, not really quite what we're looking for. I am gonna save it just because we may use it for mushrooms down the road, since like I said, we haven't really caught as good of a whooper as I would like, so we might use it for mushrooms. But for now, it is just gonna settle out. Yeah, 68 PR. So let's see, we've got, that is gonna be I68. It is AB squared with BFS. All right. Cool. Job done. Not a bad Grubbin for our first one. I wish it would have been better, because I would love to just start investing in it now. But it is what it is. So let's go ahead and move on. We have another 500 sneaky snacking. And, oh, we got a medal. Thought we had some new news again already. Nope, just a medal. What did we get? Get to Grade 1 at the Old Gold Power Plant. Oh man, we are just cruising through the ranks, aren't we? With one Pokebiscuit. Nice, very good reward. You know what? I'll take a Pokebiscuit. I'm being sarcastic, but I do actually really appreciate the biscuit, especially since we just used one. It's nice to get it right back. So we've got 41 community reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wow. What is that? Only 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, only 8 that doubled up. That is the lowest I've seen in a long time. Wow. Okay, cool. All right, well, no level ups. Let's go ahead and back it up. Raikou, you gotta be kind to us today. I did end up getting 2 skill triggers, barely. I got 1 skill trigger right before bed last night. So let's see how we're gonna start today, with our floating Raikou, because the shadows aren't lined up properly. You'd think they would have fixed it by now with all their adjusted text and alignments and everything, but here we are. Anyway, we did get at least 1 skill trigger, so that's pretty good. Not bad at all, buddy. Let's go ahead and collect all those and hopefully get some more, and we can get a progress report. Let's see how Raichu's looking. That's a lot of apples. Still going. Hey, Raichu's looking pretty good, pretty stacked. I don't know if there's a way that we can check what they have in their inventory currently. Is that possible? If so, it would be from here, I would think. No, just says 32 carry limit. Doesn't tell me how many he has. Kind of unfortunate. I wish there was a way to see exactly how much he had, but it is what it is. Also, something I should be doing earlier in the day. I've been doing this around midday. Really doesn't make sense. Makes sense to do it now. Let's go ahead and give Raikou an energy pillow and put him at 137% energy. So hopefully we get more triggers. It'd be nice if we could get 3 a day instead. A little late to really make a big difference, but I need to get in that habit. So we need to start doing that now. All right, well, so far, team's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and make a breakfast. We're gonna make, you know what? I think we got plenty of apples coming from our Raichu here in a bit. So let's just go ahead and make the fancy apple salad. Extra tasty? No. Seems like if there are boosted extra tasty chances for small ingredient dishes, it's gonna be just for one. And that's about it. For some reason, 1 ingredient meals gave me like a 50-50 extra tasty results. So if that's a thing, it's only when you're using 1 or maybe 2. I don't think it's when you just make the 8. Or maybe it's a mixed salad thing. Like if you make a mixed dish, maybe it has a higher extra tasty chance because it doesn't have a dish bonus. But I don't know. I don't know if anybody would have looked into that, because why would you make a mixed meal when you can make a better one? So I don't know if anybody's ever looked into it, but maybe, wild speculation, probably not true, but maybe. We did make it to grade 2 at least, so we got a mission complete. So that is good. Let's go ahead and check on that mission. We went to bed on time 5 times. So we got our 15 diamonds. And then oh, we already collected the grade 2 mission, so that's weird. I mean, Pokemon sleep is Pokemon sleep, I guess, but strange. I don't think I've ever seen it pop up a day later. What rank did we actually just get to? Grade 2. Oh, no. I remember. It's because I got to grade 2 on Cyan Beach before we transferred over and the mission didn't carry over. That's why. I remember. I just had a smooth brain moment for a bit, but I remembered. Anyway, all that done and out of the way. It is weird, though, that it popped up saying that we just completed it. A slight oversight, I guess. But anyway, now that we have done all of our normal housekeeping stuff, let's go ahead and look at these Pokemon and their ingredients. And we're going to start with the one that we already looked at, because this one will go pretty quick. I just want to double check the ingredient rate. So it is 19.4% ingredient rate with a 5% skill trigger rate. That's actually pretty high for skill triggers. Usually skill triggers, I think, are closer to the 3% range. I think the highest in the game is Umbreon at around like a 7%. If I'm remembering correctly. So 5% trigger rate is actually pretty good, which means charge strength on Vikavolt actually could be something you kind of want to trigger, and may be worth investing some main skill seeds into. Not too many. I don't know that you really want to max it out necessarily, unless you just have a ton of extra main skill seeds lying around, in which case, if you do, send some my way. But might actually be viable to where skill level up sub skill is not the worst thing to get on a Grubbin. So not bad. 19.4% ingredient rate is actually a little bit low. Let's go double check Gengar. Let's see, because he's got one of the lowest in the game notoriously. So let's see how Gengar's looking. 16.1. So yeah, not quite as low as Gengar, but it is kind of low. So looks like it's more focused, even though it does bring in ingredients more often than a berry specialist. It looks like it is more focused on the skill as well, with that somewhat higher skill trigger rate, so pretty good. Could be a solid all-rounder. At this point, with the ingredient rate being at 19.4, definitely leaning more towards the AAA on this one, but I still think once you get to level 60, could be served very well by that AAB or AAC combo, so could be very good. So that's what I will be looking for Grubbin, so not bad. Let's move on to Aron, one of my favorite steel types. I just love all three of these Pokemon. They're some of my favorites in their respective types, so this was just a huge win for me. Anyway, Aron, 28.5% ingredient finding rate with a 5.2 skill trigger rate. So pretty much, actually just slightly higher skill trigger rate than Vikavolt with charge energy, which is very good. Charge energy is good, especially on those days where your healer is slacking, because it does happen. With a 28.5% ingredient finding rate, that's one of the highest in the game. I don't think it's quite the highest in the game, but it is one of the highest for sure. So definitely going to be the one we're looking for. The downside is its ingredient spread, not the best. This could potentially outpace Charizard as a sausage gatherer if you get AAA. If you want it for the coffee, ABB, definitely going to be the way to go. Could also outpace a Vikavolt at that point. A AAA Vikavolt may be outpaced by an ABB Aron. Kind of interesting. I didn't expect that to happen. Really, what I didn't expect to happen was for any of them to have coffee at level 1. So I'm getting surprised, but pleasantly surprised by these changes. Especially these skill trigger rates. I like these higher skill trigger rates. Yeah, this one's gonna be kind of interesting. I don't think I would mind. While we're at it, let's go ahead and double check Charizard. Let's see what his ingredient finding rate for sausage is. 22.4. So yeah, it should, as long as there's not too much of a difference between their base frequency, about 10 minutes. But once you add the bonuses for the high energy levels, probably not going to be much of a difference. But with the pretty significantly higher ingredient finding rate, I imagine Aron will at the very least, it will keep pace with Charizard on sausage, potentially outpace Charizard on sausage. And then that's, of course, assuming all the subskills and natures are the exact same. Depending on what you catch, Aron may far outshine your Charizard or vice versa. So keep that in mind. But all else equal, Aron could potentially outpace Charizard for sausage. So that'll be an interesting one. I wouldn't mind finding a AAA. But definitely ABB is something I'm looking for, especially with that high ingredient finding rate. ABB is very reliable. Soybeans, I don't know if we're looking for an AAC or an ABC. I don't know if we want soybeans on Aron. It could be good with that high ingredient finding rate, but you're waiting until level 60 to get soybeans, so I don't know that we care about soybeans. I think for me personally, all I'm really looking for is going to be a AAA or an ABB. That's pretty much going to be it for Aron, but the rates, the ingredient finding rate and the skill trigger rate, very good. Very good. Now I see why all the posts about people finding good Arons and Larons are very happy that they're finding it now that I see the rates. But let's go ahead and move on to Luxray. Let's see. Oh, it's still unsettled. Oh, that was unexpected. We do know the ingredients. Wow. Okay, so if you want coffee beans, don't try to catch a Shinx if that's all you're after. But if you want tomatoes or even oil, ooh, buddy, that's a good combo. I already have a very good AAA tomato Victory Bell. I don't know if I would want, until we see what the rates are compared between Victory Bell and Luxray. I don't know. I mean, 23.3 is pretty good. If Luxray does end up settling closer to that 20% mark, Victory Bell could outpace it. Let's see. I mean, there's only a 6-minute and 40-second difference between the two of them in frequency. So once you add their high trigger rates, or not high trigger rates, high energy bonuses, it's going to be a very minimal speed difference, especially considering Victory Bell can keep its own energy up. Luxray, however, getting Cooking Pot power up is very good. If it has that 5% skill trigger rate like the other two, could be very broken. Not broken. Could be very good to have it on the team for AAA tomatoes. But personally, I'm kind of looking at an AAB. Getting that, let's see. AAB, yeah, there we go. Ooh, only 34 a day at level 60. Oh, well, granted, that is with no sub skills and no natures. But that does mean we can compare the two. Let's go ahead and put Victory Bell at level 60 as well. Let's see. Let's compare. Let's go back to Luxray 68. Keep in mind this is unsettled, so this isn't exactly accurate, but it'll give us kind of an idea. 67. So about the same. A 1 tomato difference with no sub skills and no natures. Wrong Pokemon. So yeah, if there's only 1 tomato difference, all else equal, then I don't think I will be particularly hunting for a AAA tomato Shinx. I probably won't get rid of one if I get a good one, but it's not my focus. I'm really thinking that AAB is a really good combo for some good synergy potential with some recipes. Yeah, we definitely don't want ABB because that just gives us no tomatoes. Yeah, ABA isn't good either. It's really the AAB that we're looking for. AAC, I don't remember if tomato was used in any of the new recipes with coffee beans, but I also think that the recipes used a ton of coffee beans, so I don't think we really want AAC for Luxray. I think we would prefer to rely on Vikavolt or Aron for our coffee beans. So for me, the big one is going to be AAB and AAA. Those are going to be the ones that I'm really looking for in a Shinx. So that's kind of good. However, since I forgot that we could do this, we're going to go ahead and check it right now. I was talking about Charizard. Let's see. Let's get Charizard to level 60. AAA Sausage brings in 74. Aron, level 60. AAA Sausage brings in 70, pretty much 77. So let's see. 74 versus 77. Yeah, it's about the same. All else equal, they're about the same. So you'll really have to just do a production comparison between your Charizard and your Aron to see which one is going to perform better in the long run based on their particular set of skills. But does kind of outpace Charizard a little bit. At the very least, they're neck and neck, and you could just use them on their respective favorite islands or use whichever one you just think is cooler. It's up to you, but not bad at all. Let's see, ABB is going to be 46 coffee beans. It's not a lot. It's not as much as I would like at level 60. However, AAA, only 58 coffee beans. It is a lot more, though. It's 12 more, so that's pretty good. Pretty good. So I think with that in mind, I think I have my high priorities on what I'm looking for. So for coffee beans, definitely going to be looking for a Grubbin with AAA. I wouldn't mind AAC with the coffee bean honey. That does give a decent amount of honey and somewhat decent amount of coffee beans, but probably not as much as I would like, to be honest with you. So I'm definitely thinking AAA is the higher priority out of the two, but I wouldn't be upset if I got AAC. We got ABB. I prefer AAB because then it's an even amount of both, which is going to make more sense typically. But probably my least out of the three that I would be looking for with Grubbin, probably the lowest priority. I think AAA is the highest priority that I'm looking for with a Grubbin. With Aron, AAA would be good, but honestly, the more I look at this, I don't know that I really want an ABB. Like 46 coffee beans, if we get a AAA Grubbin, I don't think I care for an ABB Aron. Yeah, I don't know why I would, to be honest with you. I don't know why I would. Outside of just getting the favored berry. But ultimately, with that high of an ingredient finding rate, and preferably with ingredient finder nature and subskill, the amount of berries is going to go down. So yeah, I really don't think it's worth the ABB. I think for coffee beans, it's definitely going to be looking for that AAA Grubbin. A AAA Aron would be good. I really think that might be the only one, to be honest with you, outside of synergy stuff. I mean, AAB and AAC are always good for synergy, for recipes, but the high priority here is, again, the AAA, I think. Because if you get a AAA Grubbin, you don't need an ABB Aron, you know? So yeah. Yeah, I think AAA is really the only one. The other two would be nice to have, AAB or AAC. But again, the high priority for Aron is going to be AAA. Same with the Vikavolt AAA. And then for Luxray, Luxray flips the script a little bit since it is unsettled. Let me go ahead and refresh the page. See if somehow they've settled it. Nope. Yeah, Luxray is the interesting one, the one that shakes it up. I actually think AAB is probably the high priority for me. Like I said, I don't remember if there were any dishes that had tomatoes and coffee beans. Let me double check real fast. I don't think there was. Oh no, there was. There was the Hidden Power Perk Up Stew. So that might change things a little bit. Yeah, coffee beans and honey for the early bird coffee jelly. So if you're in that range making the early bird coffee jelly, getting coffee beans and honey could be good, which was one of Vikavolt's. But if you're all the way at level 60, you're probably not making the early bird coffee jelly. So maybe not as useful yet, but in the future it could be. Tomatoes and coffee beans, let's see, you would need 48 coffee beans and 75 tomatoes in one day to make that work. And I don't know if that's possible, even with good skills. I don't know if that's possible. I mean, of course, we always want to get a AAA of every ingredient specialist just to make sure that we have good coverage. But I really like this AAB combo. Could be very good. Could be very, very good. Let's just double check real fast. Cross-reference with oil. Where's oil and tomatoes? Right there. The green grass salad, 62 ingredients. That's something you could use at level 60. I think the only thing better than that salad-wise is the Defiant Coffee Dress Salad, which can't really make unless you plan around a pot expander and or Sunday. That's the one. But pot expander here in Luxray, so maybe you could, but it would kind of go against the ingredients you're trying to get for the green grass salad. I mean, you could use it for some of these lower level salads if you're trying to just rank these up as well. A lot of salads use tomatoes and oil, actually. Makes sense. So yeah, Luxray, we are going to try to find a AAA, but I'm really interested in this AAB as well. So very interesting. Very surprising to see these ingredient spreads. Very surprised to see 5% skill trigger rate on both Vikavolt and Aron. It is very good, very welcome, but just surprised to see it. And then a 28.5% ingredient finding rate on Aron. Very good. Vikavolt, 19.4%. Not the best, but it'll get the job done for sure. Certainly better than Gengar does. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully things work out. We're going to go ahead and make lunch real fast. We'll get that out of the way and be done with it. And while we are getting this made in the background, I'm going to go ahead and say, let me know what you think about these Pokemon and their specific rates, their skill trigger rates, their ingredient rates, what ingredient spreads you're going to be looking for whenever you go to catch them. Do they differ from mine? Are they the same as my priorities when I'm going to be hunting them? Or do you think I missed something and I should be looking at them in a slightly different way? Either way, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And we did not get an extra tasty lunch, but I'm going to leave it at that. So that is going to be the video today. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy them. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, White, Husky Star, and Jassy. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come and join us to talk about Pokemon Sleep. Other than that, y'all have a good night. There's another skill trigger. There's 2 for 1 day. Very nice. Great way to end the video. Y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes.